So I'm just setting up my photos wearing the new off-key tracksuit that they sent me out. So I'm doing some stuff for Instagram. Make sure you follow me on there. An app I wanted to show you, ignore like the Tinder and that, but an app I wanted to show you was called, so if you do take your photos and you haven't got anyone to take your photos for you, then of course get yourself a tripod off Amazon. There's an app called Lens Buddy, this one here. Click on that and basically you can set like timers. So I set like a 2-second timer. You can change like 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds. And basically what it will do every, for example, 2 seconds is it will take photos for you, which is pretty handy when it comes to vlogging and stuff like that. Oh, taking photos, I should say vlogging. This is what I'm doing. Wearing the fresh tracksuit. Let me show you what it looks like. Yeah, man, this is what it's saying. Not everyday Nike and not everyday bloody tight either. Looking dapper, you know. I'm a medium in the trousers, medium in the top as well. I reckon I'm maybe more of a large in the top because it is quite tight around the arms, around the shoulders, but definitely a medium trousers. And I'm also wearing my favourite shoes, the girl shoes. Let's be honest, these are like unisex sort of shoes. You can't notice that they're girls. The only reason I like them, they're girls, is at the side here they've got this little bit here, which men don't have. I think it looks pretty dapper. What do you think in the comments? Let me know. Do I look dapper? Do I look like a fucking mug? Either way, I look like I'm ready to go fucking football. Fucking what, you Spurs, are you fucking Spurs? You cider? Huh? I look a bit like that. What you fucking say, mate? Definitely a Chelsea Red boy, innit? You fucking Millwall? You fucking Millwall? You what? You fucking side. I look like I'm ready for it, innit? Easily kickable. So if you want to wear this to a football match in it with the boys, and you know you're going to start scraps and that, just easy. Easy. Oh God, I'm out of breath doing that. That is no joke. Heart's actually pounding. Oh dear Diesel. But yeah, if you want to cop a tracksuit, then by all means you can do it. And if you want to, you know, fight people at football matches and that, you want to go to town, you see an op and you want to think, I'm going to spark this twat out, you can do it, innit? What do you fucking say, you little side? What do you fucking say? That's one op taken up. What? Come say something in my tracksuit, innit? What are you going to fucking say? You nothing, innit? Fucking prick. You want it? You want it? You want it?
Reach, close it, close it.
The usual pre-workout setting, around the logbook, and also I sit, my laptop screen's fucking dirty, look at that, Jesus, I need to get that clean. I also like to watch, of course, YouTube videos on what I'm training on that particular day. So, of course, today is the deadlift day. I'm going to be watching deadlifts. Come on, Ian, get that last rep. Go on, son. Go on, get up. Up. Yep. And again. And again. How much do you fucking want it, Ian? How much do you fucking want it? Get that weight up now. Go on, lad. Is anyone else like me and they just watch whatever they're training on that particular day? So today's pull, I'm going to be watching a pull session. It's strange. It does get me motivated though, because I look up to these guys and I think I want to do that. I can do that, even though that's what, 300 kilo deadlift? There's no way in how I'm doing that naturally, that's for sure. I'm not fucking geefy. By all means, like that just motivates me to sort my nut out, because there are people out there that are way stronger than me, way better than me. So I need to up my game. I need to up my game. Today we are going to do that. It's coming, Georgie boy. It's fucking coming. Isn't that right, Diesel? It's coming. Give me a speak if it's coming. Rah. A little breakdown of the logbook itself, how I like to typically write it out. So it's nothing fancy by any means. I've done a video on this plenty of times before. People still ask the question. Put the date on the top left hand corner here. I write what my scale weight is. I then obviously writing where I'm training on that particular day. And then on the left hand side here, I have the exercises that I'll be doing. So this is today's session written down here. I'll then put like how many working sets I'm doing. So as you can see, 2. Of Got like a rest pause there if it decides to focus. 1 set on the stiff legs, D-handle pull down is 2 sets. And then I square it off, and this is where I'll write down how much weight I'm using for how many repetitions. Below here as well, write in some notes if I feel like I need to write anything down that is important for me to remember next time, like seat position, or whether I've made adjustment to particular handles, or if I'm using the deadlift bar or whatnot. So yeah, that's what I'll write down in this sort of section here, just to kind of give myself a recap or summary of the session.
Birds eye view when I hit it with a mask, but I to the feeling. 3, 2, 1, hop out the whip now, watch what you done. Excuse me, bitch, come right. Early morning setting. What you got my feet, the field they panic. Watch the one of them panic. Tip up your chest to cameras, swing with balls and fish.
I'm determined for a better session today. We did obviously deadlifts last time. You watched the video, you know how that went. Listen, 2 years ago, yeah, I would have cried if that happened to me. I would have literally cried. Like, I used to cry after I trained. So frustrating, man. It's just like... Now I think, what the fuck am I doing? Why would I cry over a session? You know, it must be like... You know, we just go phases through your life. It's like when I used to dye my beard black, 2019. I look back now, I think, what was I thinking, George? Like, what are you doing? You know, when you look back at school photos, you think, why did I have that haircut? Why was I doing what I was doing? Yeah, don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but we're on the way to fucking deadlift, and I swear to God it's going to be better than last time. And if it's not, I'm not even going to think about that. It's going to be better than next time. No ifs, no buts. I'm not letting that happen. No way. Can't miss opportunities, Georgie boy. It's going to fucking happen today. Tell yourself it's going to happen, and you're going to do it. All right? Enough of your shit going on in your shitty brain. Let's go to the gym and train. Look at this absolute joke. £2.75 every time I come to this gym, plus a 5p. 5 fucking p, you mad? Additional fees for what? For what, bruv? Better off going to the ticket machine, innit? I drink my pre-workout in the car now before I go, because I just waste time sitting down. Like I said in my last video, just sitting there fucking chilling, innit? Just chilling, like I'm in the fucking, I don't know, at a coffee shop with a mate, like just chilling there, like. Had a gram of salt. Had a gram of salt to that, and that salt just sat at the bottom, and it's just like, I just literally just drunk a gram of salt then. Jesus! Let's go to the fucking gym and do our little chat, you know? Does anyone enjoy the little chats? Let me know. Sit there and think, do people actually listen to what I'm saying right now? I don't know. We're going to go with it anyway. It's quite funny once. Someone actually did abuse me in the DMs. Like, why'd you bring your scales to the gym? Yes, I do. Why are you sitting there judging me watching my videos? If you don't want to do it, don't do it. I've never met, like, on TikTok as well, I get so much abuse lately. And I don't get it, because I never sit there and abuse anyone. Anyway, that's a different story. Normally those sort of guys that abuse me, but I had this funny story actually once. I had a geezer that used to abuse me online. He still followed me, all that sort of stuff. He actually saw me in person. He came over to me, I was thinking, here we go, I scrapped him. Came over to me, he's like, oh mate, I love your videos are class. You're doing a really good job with physiques, all that fucking really class. And I then, he then asked me for a photo, and I was like, you're massive. Man's been cussing me, and I remember names, and I'm not that popular. So I remember when someone's cussing me, I see you in person, mate. Shit, it does. It's all online, that's what I notice. All these punks that abuse me online and stuff like that, come say it to my face, come out to the gym and say it to my face. You're not going to. No one wants to. George, can I have a photo? You're fucking with your content. Don't like it. If I did have a photo with him, I did post it on Instagram, which was quite funny. But man, cussing, you know, big fan. If you're watching this video, you don't watch this. Anyway, deadlift. What was that? 1 minute 26. Deadlift. I'm using the deadlift bar today. Now, I've used the deadlift bar probably twice in my life, and it's very different to the sort of normal standard bar. It's a lot more width on it. So usually you can feel it, that's for sure. I'm not going to say it's easy, I'm not going to say it's harder, but it's just a different sort of feel. So I'm excited to see kind of how well I can progress using the deadlift bar now. I did it last time and it felt odd, but hopefully now I'll get used to it after maybe a couple more sessions. So unilateral pull down, as always, start off with a lat focus movement, priority principle. I want to work on my lats especially. 9 leg curl for a rest pause set, get some blood flow into the hamstrings, stiff leg for 1 working set. Now what I'm trialing, and I spoke to AJ about this, is I'm going to be stiff legging every 5 days. Now I'm only going to do 1 working set. The reason behind that is, like I said in my previous video about me, or one of my other videos, I've been stiff legging and I literally do 1 set every 10 days. And if I fuck up that day, I've got to wait another 10 days to do it, which is annoying and it isn't as fun. Like, I thoroughly enjoy doing deadlifts right now. I really love it. Like, if I could do it every single pull session, I'm happy to do it. The only issue I have at the moment is just seeing how well my back recovers from this. Even though I'm going to be doing 1 working set, I don't know. If I do it more frequently, plus do what I'm doing elsewhere in terms of strength, leg training, I don't know how it's going to work out. So we're just going to trial and run it. AJ said, why not just do 2 sets in one of your pull sessions each week? The reason why I haven't done that is I think 2 sets is just too much, and I get to the next leg day, I still haven't recovered for that leg day, except my hamstrings still sore. So if I can split it between 1 working set, both sessions, then fingers crossed, touch wood, I'll recover. Listen to this dreadful music in the background. It sounds fucking terrible, innit? Imagine doing a top set to this. It's like being in fucking Oceania. Remember shout out Oceania back in the day? It used to be like at the end of the night when you're trying to get a shag. It's just terrible, isn't it? Grinding on this girl like that. Can't imagine doing a top set on my deadlift. Luckily these are soundproof. Because yes, people, what's good? Welcome to the voiceover. Nearly knocked myself out here. Watch this. Fucking D handle. Bosh! Straight into my head. We'll add a little slow-mo in there to see what exactly happened. Not good, and it probably serves myself right, because I shouldn't be using D handles on a machine like this. People might actually question why I do that, and for me, like, supining my wrist is really, especially on my left hand, like right now, is really uncomfortable. Don't know why. I find I can contract my lats a lot better by using the D handle. I can free rotate at the wrist joint, and I'm not in that fixed position. So normally if I'm supining my grip like I typically would on this piece of kit, I find that I'm fatiguing massively through my wrist, my forearm, before my actual lats. So adding the D handle definitely does help. But I certainly would say to you, make sure the D handle is fucking sturdy and it's not going to rip, because my head was throbbing after that session. I bruised my knuckle. I was pissed off. Luckily, it happened very early into the session and the set as well. It was only on rep number 2, because if that happened like towards failure, then I could have probably fucking injured myself even more, and I probably would have been even more frustrated. So yeah, lesson learned there, Georgie boy. Do not be doing that sort of shit. Anyway, the show goes on. Luckily, I'm recovering. Luckily, my head isn't hurting as much. Last night, I was frowning, and I was like, right, my head is actually killing me. I basically just punched myself in the head. Unilateral pull-downs were good. Progressed them in the end, which was nice. I think the frustration I had, I was like, right, I'm just definitely progressing now. There's no way that is happening. I'm not going to... What am I talking about? There's no way that is going to happen, and I'm not going to let... I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but basically I progressed it. Jesus. I ain't starting this voiceover again. You can fuck right off. I then proceeded to do my rest pause on the lying hamstring curl. So 3 failure points is what I like to do with a rest pause. So using a weight between 12 and 15 reps, go into failure. 20-second rest in between that failure point, go into failure again with the same weight, and then repeating the process 1 more time. So 3 failure points, really good. I like intensifiers on like hamstring curls, things like that. And then I'm warming up for my stiff legs. So back on the deadlift bar again, 2nd time using this now. First time was a little bit, I'm not sure if I like this. It's going to take some time getting used to. 2nd time round today was a very successful session. And I feel like it was successful because I nearly punched myself in the head. Typical warm-ups for this. So today I did 160 kilos for a set of 10. I do 60 kilos for a set of like 8 to 10. I'll then proceed to do 100 kilos, and I probably will do like 5 or 6. I then did 120, which isn't in the video today, but I did 120 for like 1 or 2. Then I did 140 kilos for, let's say, 3 reps, and then I went into my 160 kilos. And as you can see, I've pretty much nailed the setup here, and I like tap and go with deadlifts. I feel like, especially from a hypertrophy aspect of things, I think tap and go is really good, as long as you're not fucking whacking the weight on the floor. I think this sort of tempo that I'm doing right now is pretty beneficial. Dead stop, I would say dead stop is much better for getting stronger in certain areas, and also more of a strength style of training, if you want to call it that. So yeah, I was quite chuffed that I got 160 for a set of 10. I think that's my best so far on stiff legs, which is cool. I'm trying to chase down that 200 kg stiff leg by the end of my off season, so I've got about 3 or 4 months to do that before we start prep. So if I can tick that off, that'll be a milestone for me for sure. I definitely feel like I'll need more body weight to do that though. Being 180 pounds right now and pulling 200 kilos off the floor, I would like to say I could do it, but I know having more body weight behind me is going to allow me to do that. But back to what I said in my previous video about, you know, how far can I push my off season in terms of body weight before having to prep, you know, a fucking very long time, and is it actually worth going for what, a 200 kilo deadlift, which realistically I'm not going to maintain throughout a diet phase. And then moved on to my pull downs, which were progressed on all sets that I did. I think I did 2 sets on this today. Really trying to think about keeping my elbows down. The only set I really fucked up today was the seated prime row. The seat was 1 pin higher than what it was, or what I usually use, I should say. And this is the importance of like logging your setup. So as you can see, the little green button there is for the chest pad, and then obviously you've got a green button for the seat, if you want to call it button. As you can see at the back here, there's like a little green bit by my orange shaker. Like, make sure you like log this sort of stuff. I can't stress the importance of like logging your setup, so every time you come and do this exercise, you know exactly where the seat position is, you know where the chest pad is. Because I've trained with guys, you know, who are, let's say this guy Connor in the background, he's like 6'2", 6'3". I'm 5'6". You know, our setup in terms of machine is going to be very, very different. And I see like people train with me and they're like 6 foot and they jump on the machine and they're using the exact same setup as me, and I'm thinking like, come on, you don't need to be doing that. You know, adjust the settings to what works for you and log it. So definitely feel like that's an important aspect which a lot of people miss out on, and make sure you are logging your stuff, because it is so important. I then finished off with a single arm row for really getting the lower lats there. Did a reverse pec deck. I like to stand up and almost kind of square up to the machine, as weird as this looks, and just shorten my range of motion ever so slightly as it hits more of the rear delt. So yeah, really like the reverse pec deck, especially the Atlantis one. It's quite nice. And then the final exercise I did was a dumbbell bicep curl. So I can't, you know, sometimes I think we overcomplicate some exercises. I certainly do. But you can't go wrong with a good old-fashioned dumbbell curl. Haven't done these for a while, probably 2 or 3 months now. So I started off with the 20 kilos. I think I got like 8 or 9 reps on each arm, which was pretty good. Not too bad for me. And then I like to kind of finish off with a preacher curl as well. So obviously you've got a movement here which is more of a, as you can see at the elbow joint, I'm bringing them elbows slightly forward, and then with the preacher curl you've got that elbow in that fixed position, so you're going to be isolating the bicep even more. And I'd say my biceps are pretty good. I think my arms are pretty good in general. Looking at my physique, I think they're one of my stronger points, and I think a lot of that is down to, again, not worrying too much about logging my arm training. I've been guilty in the past of logging it and chasing logbook numbers. I really think about the feel. Like, am I finishing the set and I can feel a good pump in my arms? I'm aware of obviously getting stronger. You know, that's still an important aspect, but I'm not chasing numbers like I would do in the past. So yeah, today's session, we made up for it. We made up for it finally after a terrible session after the previous videos or so. Again, thank you for watching the video so far. Enjoy the rest of it. Post-workout, look at that, it's fucking rimmed. I think this is going to overspill. What's the chance of this overspilling? Look at that, man. That's meant to be 150 grams. Fucking a lot. Wow. Let's see if this fucking brims. That's going to brim in. that was a good session. Thoroughly enjoyed that. When deadlifts go well, it's just the best. Like, deadlifts dictate the session, believe it or not. And if the deadlifts go well, then it's a good session. If the deadlifts are shit, then I'm fuming. But yeah, happy with that. Happy with everything else. Accessory work was all good. Still progressed on all that. Even maintained or progressed, which was nice. And yeah, well, we're gonna just see how the deadlifting every 5 days goes, because ideally, like I said, I'm used to doing it every 10 days. I only do one set. I'm like, I want to do it more. I want to get better. So yeah, we're just gonna try and error and see what happens. I'm gonna square bar, going for the marshmallow this time round. I must admit, it's not the greatest. I prefer the chocolate, salted caramel, then marshmallows. I don't really fuck with the other flavours they've got. I can't remember they are, cookies and cream and stuff like that. Just fuck the basics. As you can see, I've got fucking great crackers. And tanned as well. Also, check this out. Check my tongue out. Bruh, that's me deadlifting, you know. Literally, I don't know why. When I deadlift, I do this like weird thing with my tongue in it. It's just pretty weird. And I do it on my other... Like, look. Just watch. Watch that face. Look. Next one. Here we go. Look at that tongue, man. You can't really see it, yeah, but honestly, it's the weirdest thing ever. I love sticking my tongue out. Look. Look like that. Look. That's me, bruv, I swear. On that note, we're going to end today's video. Comment down below Diesel if you watched the whole thing. My man's licking my neck. I like when girls lick my neck, but not when dogs do it, that's for sure. Comment down below Diesel if you watched the whole thing. You okay, boy? Wow. Love you, boy. Forever and always. His birthday at the end of the month. His birthday in about 10 days, if I remember correctly. He's going to be 2. Diesel's going to be 2. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope all is well. Next couple of videos, so if you're watching this right now, tomorrow, which is Saturday, I'll be up Ultraflex, and I've got Josh recording. You've probably seen a few times on the channel Josh doing some recordings for me, and I'll be training with a special someone. If you can guess who I'm training with tomorrow, then put it down below. Who do you think I'm training with? I wonder. I'm going to leave it there and let you find out in the next coming videos. Anyway, lots of love. I hope you are well. Thank you for watching today's video. I've already said that about 4 times, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Slap man out of his Jordans, give us some species, waps on jam. DR on me and bro boy's baby out, he don't need no pram. If didn't whack it, I'll probably smash yo. Hit him up with a bat, Jack on the wing, just swinging his jab. Facts, he's been verified in the can. Been verified in the trap. 500 G's is more than a trap. Far from rich, I don't think I'm the kid. At least there ain't no cap in my rap. Everyone says that my bars are nuts like Snickers, that's mad.